My name is Satish Jain. I am the Aam Aadmi Party candidate from Mumbai North. My educational background is that I have done my engineering from College of Engineering, Pune. I have studied at IIM Bangalore, did my MBA in Finance and Marketing. I've been working in the financial services industry for the last 20 years. I got rated as the best analyst in the country for 2 years in a row. I have a very strong track record working with companies like Morgan Stanley, HDFC Mutual Fund, and I've also worked with a hedge fund in London. I have traveled to almost 45 countries in the world, and I've got a very solid academic and professional track record, which I want to bring to use for the Aam Aadmi Party. I joined the Aam Aadmi Party around 8 months back, and I worked for the Delhi elections for a while. Subsequently, I worked for the party's economic policy and the manifesto. Essentially, I also exposed the electricity scam worth 22,000 crores in the state of Maharashtra. I think that Mumbai needs a significant change, and we have lined out a significant program for the city. There are 5 key issues that I have in mind for the city. One is related to housing. So we've got a pretty brave housing policy for the city, in which we will be providing housing for all and make Mumbai slum-free over the next 10 years. That's our promise to the city. The second is about cheaper electricity for the lower-end households, which we think is easily possible if corruption and inefficiencies in the sector are eradicated. The third is related to water. We think that there is plenty of water in Mumbai, but the tanker mafia in nexus with the politicians is depriving the city of water. So I think that can be easily provided. We have to destroy the tanker mafia. The fourth is related to the open spaces. So we think that there are significant open spaces in Mumbai which have been usurped by the politicians in nexus with the builders, and they should be brought back to the citizens of the city. So these are our key promises. At the national level, we think that we can provide a very, very solid economic growth to the country without compromising on the fiscal deficit or the current account deficit. Essentially, the government should not be in the business of doing businesses, but provide an impetus to private enterprise. So we think that the government should be in the business of giving social security in terms of legal systems, administrative systems, education and healthcare. So these are the 5 key areas that the government should be in, and the rest should be left to the private enterprise. So they should not be in things like airlines, they should not be in things like manufacturing. So if we address these issues, we think that growth in this country can significantly accelerate going forward. So essentially, if you really look at the political class in this country, there is a complete criminalization of politics. Almost 40% of the leading political parties are fielding criminals. So I have got a clean background. I have got a strong academic and professional track record. And I think the country should be run in a professional way, like an organization where responsibilities are clearly defined, where there is accountability, where there is transparency, where there is integrity, where there is decentralization of power. The power should lie in the hands of people. So I think this is what I promise to bring about to the city of Bombay. And the 5 promises that I mentioned earlier, I think should click very well with the people. The other thing is, if you look at the competition, both the leading parties are fielding candidates which do not have a clean track record. And I think the educational track record also is something which is questionable. So I think with these factors in mind, I think the electorate should really look for a change which can bring about prosperity to the city, which if you really look at the east-west connectivity in the city, it is very, very bad. The housing situation is bad. So if these things that can be addressed, I think the people will be very happy with my vote. The past mistakes, I wish I would have done more social work, because there were several opportunities that are there, but because of my engagement with my professional work, I could devote less time. I think sectors like education and healthcare are very dear to my heart. I have worked a little bit, but I wish I would have done more in that. And the second thing is, I should have probably pursued a course in law, which probably I will even do now, because having a strong understanding of the legal system really will help you in politics. So I think these are the 2 key mistakes of my life.